Hi everyone, it's the EnglishSimmer here and welcome back to my channel and a video which I haven't really done one of these in a really long time. I feel like every so often I'm just like, I want to make a forgotten features video. I just think it's fun to look back on The Sims 4 and talk about features that people might not know exist. And this one actually focuses on Create a Sim. So we are going to be in Create a Sim for this whole video. We're going to talk about some sliders, especially some sliders that I use that I don't see a lot of other people using and how you can make the most out of them. And also I want to formally apologize before we get into this video, just in case you guys know every single one of these and you're already a professional Sims player and therefore you just wasted minutes of your life. I do formally apologize for that. I take full responsibility here in the year of 2020, but let's get right into it. So the first one I'm not going to talk about too much because I have mentioned this in videos like this in the past, but it is this little button down here which is actually randomize from gallery. So you can just hit this and it will bring a sim off the gallery. This one is actually a mermaid. So these are all just taken from the Sims 4 gallery. These are sims that people upload, and it also won't pull in sims with custom content or anything like that. So if you don't have custom content in your game, you can still use this and be completely safe. It won't download any custom content because one, that's not possible, and it also won't generate sims that do have custom content. You can also hit this little I button and here you can save the household to your library and also favorite the household. So if you do want to see them on the gallery, you can check them out, see what their story is. You can also check out the creator. So if you like the look of a sim, you can just hit the creator's name and check through their other like builds and sims in case you want to download any more from them. The second one is again something that I have talked about in a video like this, and it's actually the backslider. I see so many people complain about the Sims 4 postures and how they look slouched all the time and how the male sims have this weird like concave shape in their chest and stomach area, but you can actually change this, and so many people don't know about this slider. So all you have to do is hover over a sim's back and you can change the posture of your sim. So you can go super straight, or obviously you can keep them slightly slouched if you want to. So this does actually play a role in how your sim holds themselves. It also changes the chest so much. It also does the same over on the women as well. So this like obviously brings their boobs down a little bit more, and then this one you can shape them still, but if you want to change that posture you are able to do so. I see so many people just like don't even realize that that exists. This next one is actually what inspired this video because I get asked this question all the time. It is, how do you get multiple outfits, especially with Journey to Batu, because obviously you have your Batu outfits and people have kept on asking me, how do you get more than one outfit? How do you do that? It's in the game. This has been in the game since base game. It's definitely one of the biggest forgotten features I see people commenting on in all of my videos. All you have to do is click this arrow above the outfit category. This exists for every single outfit. So formal, athletic, sleepwear, every single one of these, you can have multiple options. So if we go to Bella's everyday wear, you just hit this plus and it adds a secondary outfit. So say if I wanted her to maybe get dressed in this dress one day and then stick to her casual red dress that she wears all the time another day, I can do that. Your Sims will automatically sort through these outfits. There's no way to fully decide on which one. There's no like default really. It's just whatever they feel like wearing that day and whatever they get changed into, unless you actually go in and manually change their outfit. So you can have up to 5 outfits on any category. They do just copy and paste, so if you start adding more, if you are clicked on this one and you add more, then it will be the same and you can just edit it up. For example, if I was clicked on number 2 and then I added number 5 would be the same as number 2, but then I can go back and change that up and then it's a completely different outfit from number 2. I hope that made sense. I actually had no idea that this one existed until I did my last Forgotten Features video. So if you hit Control-Shift-C, and you don't have to do this, but if you type in help, it actually comes up with some cheats that you might find useful. And in this list, you can see CAS clock speed 0 to 10 in Create-A-Sim only. So this is actually a Create-A-Sim cheat. So again, if I hit Control-Shift-C and I put CAS clock speed, and then if I set this, if I do a space and then set to 0, Bella actually pauses, and then I can Control-Shift-C to get rid of that. She won't move. If you get annoyed with your Sims moving around in Create-A-Sim and you want them to stay static, this may also be useful if you are a content creator and you are looking to get screenshots or thumbnails in Create-A-Sim. You can use this. But then if you type it in again and then you actually set it, oh my goodness, I can't type. Set it back to 1. They just go back to their normal speed. I don't know what that little dance that Bella just did was, but then you can also set it higher. I don't know why you would ever want to set the speed higher, but you can go up to 10. And they basically get the zoomies. They look like an American singing M to the B. Do you ever look at a sim and you're like, oh my god, why is your head so tiny? Or why is it so big? There's definitely a townie in Strangerville, and I can never ever remember who it is, but they have such a fat head. And like, I can't be the one to talk here. I have 5 head, but like, she has a big ass head. So if you've ever looked at a sim and you're like, oh, your head does not seem in proportion, you can actually change the head size without messing around with any of the facial features. All you have to do is be zoomed out, and then you can stretch it wide, you can make it dead skinny, you can also make it smaller, you can also make it bigger. And that's just a quick little way. So this next one is kind of a personal preference, but it's also a slider that I never really see anyone but myself use. And I've talked about it a little bit in like character creation videos and Create-A-Sim videos, because people always ask me how I get my Sims to have like chubbier cheeks and wider jawlines. And this is a slider that like I think barely any people think exists and just don't really bother to play around with it because it doesn't really make a lot of sense. But The Sims 4 does have an edit detail mode. So this is just standard mode, and then you can either hit edit detail mode, or you can exit it, or you can just double click on the Sim's face and you'll go into detail mode. But if you go up to the Sim's forehead, you're going to assume that this is going to affect like the eyebrows, maybe the forehead, but it actually doesn't. It plays a big role in your Sim's facial shape, and it's just a really odd slider. So I thought I would throw it into this video just in case it is a forgotten feature. So what I tend to do is actually bring my Sim's face out a little bit. I don't know, I just really like the way that it makes my Sims look. You can always go back in and like edit with the jawline and things like that, or the cheekbones, you can drag them out, you can drag them back in. I really just like this slider, and like I said, it gives you more of that prominent jawline. And then the last one, I'm gonna show this off on little Morty over here because it kind of refers to the males. I mean, you can also use this on your feminine Sims as well if you want like a stronger jawline, because I see a lot of people either complain that their jawlines are far too angled when they try to get a strong jawline, or they're still too soft. So the way that I tend to do this is, I mean, you can obviously just make your jaw square by dragging it out. I never tend to bring my male Sims jaws fully out. I tend to go about halfway. But if you go into full edit mode, once again, you can come down to the jawline slider and you can drag this out to make it a little bit more square. So you can go the whole way and just have a really square jaw, or you can bring it in and you can also soften it. I really like this. I mean, if you drag it out, you definitely get a more chiseled look. And I think this is where most people go wrong. They just drag it to like maximum and then you're just like, oh wow, you look like Steve from Minecraft. So I tend to still bring it in, but it definitely gives more of a definition. So I talked about this in my how to make male Sims video. I kind of go into it in a bit more depth over in that video, but that's pretty much how I do my Sims jawlines. And then this one, I don't really know if this is forgotten. I feel like a lot of people use it, but just in case you didn't know it existed, you can actually play with genetics. So say for example, I wanted to give Bella a sister, I could choose sibling, and then if I wanted her sibling to be a little bit older than her, boom, it generates a sibling. You can also just randomize these as well. If you're not happy with the way that someone looks, you can randomize until you are, and then you can just edit them in the same way that you always do. And there we have it. Those are some forgotten features of The Sims 4 Create a Sim that you might have not known existed. If you knew all of these, then I do apologize for wasting your time. If you didn't know any of these, let me know which ones are new information to you, and if there are any other forgotten features of Create a Sim, something that you feel should have been in this video but was not, definitely let me know in the comments down below. I love hearing what everyone uses and like most frequent sliders and things like that. I think you can only better your Create a Sim if you keep learning new techniques and how to switch your Sims up a little bit. My style of creating Sims has changed so much over the years purely from finding out new functions of Create a Sim. So definitely let me know if there's anything you feel is missing or anything cool you want to share with me or the community. Thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I will speak to you all in the next one.